I'm Dirk Bielen, Director Health and Medical Industries within the South Australian State Government. South Australia is one of the 8 states and territories in Australia. South Australia is home to one of the largest health science precincts in the Southern Hemisphere. The centerpiece of our rapidly growing ecosystem is Adelaide Biomed City. It employs more than 10,000 people and combines research, education, clinical care and business development, all in one location. With a focus on first-in-human clinical trials and a strong record delivering successful clinical trials for companies all over the world, it is easy to see why more global health companies are seeking out South Australia as their top location for doing business. Here's what some of our companies have to say.
My name is Michelle Perugini and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Preston. Preston is an AI healthcare company that is focused on building rapidly scalable AI medical products, and we specifically focused in women's healthcare applications. And our first application or product is called Life Whisperer, and Life Whisperer uses artificial intelligence to help doctors pick the healthiest embryo for patients undergoing the IVF treatment. Really, we chose to headquarter in South Australia because there's an immense amount of talent here, both from an artificial intelligence perspective and computer vision technology perspective, but also a very strong life science sector here. So it really suits the research and development of the company that we've built. One of the really unique things about Preston is that we've taken a global first approach. So we are building products that can scale out to clinics anywhere in the world. And the way that we do that is through our enabling capability that we've built around decentralized data collection, decentralized AI training, and being able to collaboratively build products with clinics anywhere in the world without breaching any data privacy requirements. The South Australian government's been incredibly supportive for our company, particularly with respect to funding through the Research Commercialisation Startup Fund. That's allowed us to basically take our prototype product through the last stages of regulatory approval and get it out to market so that we're in a position where we can now scale that product both in Australia and globally.
Belberry is a private, independent, not-for-profit service provider offering streamlined scientific and ethical review of human research projects across Australia. We began in 2004 after recognising a need for high-quality and time-efficient human research ethics committee review services as part of the necessary infrastructure for valuable health and medical research being conducted within the private sector. As a not-for-profit service provider, our mission is to promote and improve the welfare of research participants, along with the quality, efficiency and effectiveness of research. We're proud to be the first organisation in Australia to have achieved international accreditation for excellence and ethically sound processes in running human research ethics committees. Our organisation is focused on supporting the safe continuation of clinical trials, ensuring ongoing participant welfare and output of quality data.
Hi, I'm Mike Berfield. I'm the partner responsible for Bentley's R&D tax incentives. We provide a full-service, low-cost solution to non-Australian biotech companies seeking to set up a presence in Australia and claim the R&D tax incentive, which is a program which will enable them to potentially reduce the cost of clinical trials in Australia by up to 43.5%. The national headquarters of Bentley's R&D Tax is based in Adelaide, and the focus of our biotechnology practice is based in South Australia, predominantly because of the world-class research infrastructure in South Australia that we have, the cooperation from the South Australian government, and the rich and deep access to client base that we have in South Australia. So we're differentiated than other providers in this space by virtue of our best practice full service model, which includes Australian resident director services and best class international tax structuring advice. We're also differentiated by virtue of our pricing model, which includes fixed quoted fees in advance without surprises, and we don't charge monthly fees. We're also further differentiated by our superior skills in advanced and overseas findings, which enable overseas companies to claim some expenditure incurred outside Australia under the R&D tax incentive.
Hi, my name's Jane Kelly and I'm the CEO here at Cmax Clinical Research. Cmax is Australia's first dedicated early phase clinical research facility, and we've been based here in Adelaide in South Australia since 1993. Here at Cmax, we run clinical trials for sponsor companies from all over the world. So companies who have a molecule that they want to take to the next step in the pharmaceutical development process. Adelaide has worked out to be a perfect place to run clinical trials given the diverse population, but the ease of being able to get around the city, and because we're located very close to Adelaide Biomed City, we have access to all the specialists, all brand new equipment, but it's also easy for our volunteers and our participants to actually get to us. Australia is very attractive for international companies, particularly for early phase clinical research, because of the speed to start up, the quality of the data, and the flexibility that we can offer in running the clinical trials. The South Australian Government has recognised the important work that we do here at Cmax and do continue to support us, and we look forward to actually furthering our relationship with the South Australian Government.
My name is Amitesh Roy. I'm a medical oncologist, a cancer physician, and a director of Southern Oncology Clinical Research Unit. Our team is an experienced team, and we do work collaboratively with industry partners and other cooperative trials group. The unit is quite experienced in regulatory submissions and startup activities, and we are able to swiftly get a study started within a matter of few weeks. We are a dedicated phase 1 trials unit for only cancer patients. Early phase trials are important because they provide the opportunity for novel therapeutics for patients. And while patients are participating in cancer research, and they are contributing to cancer research, but also are being cared for by experienced staff, getting evidence-based quality care. It's enriching the scientific community, it's adding to the body of evidence, and by doing that, a current patient is perhaps able to help future patients.
My name is Yvonne Lungershausen and I'm the CEO of Advanced Clinical. Advanced Clinical is a full-service contract research organisation based in Australia. Most of our trials are conducted in the Asia-Pacific region, but predominantly here in Australia, where the biotech clients take advantage of the very favourable regulatory environment that Australia has to offer for clinical trial work. I can understand what the drivers are for the biotechs that we're working with in terms of taking their compound or their molecule from the bench right through to market.
Most of our clients are small biotechnology companies. We are looking to navigate them through the early phase of their development.
Our biotech clients like to be involved and see the data real time. We use EDC systems like Medrio and Medidata, where our clients can see the data as soon as it's being entered.
It is really exciting being in the CRO industry at the moment, and what drives me is that Advanced Clinical is playing a significant part in getting medicines and drugs to patients faster.
Agilex Biolabs is a bioanalytical facility. Regulated bioanalysis is our primary core business. We work for global pharma and biotech companies handling their work primarily in Australia, but more and more through the Asia-Pacific region. Agilex's experience extends back 20 years, and what that means for clients is that we have seen a lot of technical complexity. Our R&D team that are developing the assays have seen every possible difficulty in assay development. One of the advantages of working with Agilex Biolabs is it's equivalent to working anywhere else in the world. We're unique in the region in having been inspected by the FDA. One of the benefits of being in Australia is that Agilex are able to service early phase clinical trials, which means we save valuable time in turnaround of samples. The last year has seen an enormous amount of growth, an enormous amount of investment in systems and processes to ensure that we can continue to strive to gold standards.
Hi, I'm Suhit Anantala. I'm the CEO of Plexus Research. We are an Adelaide-based company, and we build a network of GPs and specialists to create a path to market and the path to patients for drugs devices and digital solutions for global companies. I can proudly say that we've done two amazing global trials here. One was around a vaccine and the other was around a cold medicine, and both of them were in the community, in a GP clinic, working with GPs, working with the community to bring them about. And what we believe is that by actually having a diverse network of clinics and investigators, we can very quickly pull in any kind of combination for any trial. So whether it's a trial for children, pediatrics, or geriatrics, above 80 plus, whether it's a type of cancer that you're looking for, or actually more prevalent in the community are things like diabetes, cardiology, and all those more lifestyle disease issues, our GPs are well trained to kind of work with them. But most importantly, through this network, and the biggest challenge is how do we get patients or participants of trials to be coming into this. And by having a network which is actually spread across and in the community, we can actually fast track this process much faster and get high quality data back to the companies that they really want to look for.